Hello everyone, welcome to the Across the Park instant match reaction. I don't really know what to say, to be honest. It's another defeat for Everton. Everton 1, Southampton 2. Listen, for the season it's a dreadful game. To be beat by bottom of the league on 12 points coming into this game. In the league I think they'd lost 6 on the bounce. They've obviously got a few.
And look at the sack the board shouts. I know people are saying the sack the board shout. That's not a good shout, sack the board. But we're all in here because we're letting everyone, letting the board know, or letting the players know, letting the manager know that that's not good enough. Whether you want to sack the board, whether you want to sack the manager, that is not good enough. The performance on the pitch isn't good enough. The manager's not good enough. The board aren't good enough. Whatever the shout is, whatever they're saying, this isn't good enough. And that's why everyone's in the ground today, to let everyone know, to let them know that this is not good enough. It's not good enough.
No, you spot on, Pricey, and again, this is I guess to show a solidarity from the fans is that everyone's on the same page here. I mean, it is an instant match reaction, so I'm going to try and touch on the match. As long as it was a great first half, I think the only player, to sum it up, who got clapped off the pitch was Onana, and that's a fair reflection of it. I thought he worked hard in the first half. I thought he was everywhere we wanted him to be. He's obviously got a goal. We come into the second half, which is where the game was won and lost. And to touch on what you're talking about, our manager stood there for 40 minutes with his arms crossed, was either clueless or, really didn't know what to do in that situation. And his body language pretty much epitomised what ends up happening on the pitch. There wasn't a lot coming back from us. I think the changes, whether we wanted to change at that point or not, have made us worse. Your man Anthony Gordon, I'm going to say your man because I go back to the £40-50 million bids when you were backing him as a player. Bringing this club forward. Yeah, you do it to me enough. It was absolutely dreadful. He gave away a free kick there that's lost us the game and it's done nothing with the ball. But look, to go back to my point at the start, it's a hollow defeat and a really concerning one, to say the least.
The defeat puts us completely in it. So this time last season we were all worried. I think the fan base was worried. There was a campaign this time last season. It weren't as bad as this.
No.
This, I've never seen it like this. And I've seen Peter Johnson, and I've seen the early Kenwright, the mid Kenwright, each version of Kenwright's era where fans didn't like. I've seen a couple of campaigns against this owner. Make that defeat. And people could be sitting here calling me negative. And I might wake up tomorrow and feel different. We're done. This is the season. Yeah, trust me, this is the season.
To touch on your point there, I think the reason why there's so much animosity is we had an opportunity here. Go back 5 or 6 years ago, we had an opportunity. The club has an opportunity. Mashiri has an opportunity. Going back to Peter Johnson and even Kenwright early days, there was nothing there. There was no money. There was no, you know what I mean? It was like we were literally clutching. We've had them resources. We've blown it. There was a chance for a reset. The summer was a chance for a reset. We've stayed in by the skin of our teeth, and we've blown it again. Whether you blame Lampard, whether you blame Thelwell, blame the board, or as a collective, we've fucked it up again. And that on the pitch. Listen, boards aside, and we're here complaining, about the boards, whatever. That on the pitch is dreadful as well. Some of them players need to look at themselves because they're not good enough.
I think you're right. The players need to look at themselves as right because. Man for man, they're not better than us.
No.
Brighton aren't better than us. Wolves aren't better than us. Man for man.
That's
it's attitude, it's application, and look, I wanted Lampard. I'm a Lampard fan to a certain extent, but it's not good enough. Lampard is not good enough. In-game management is shit. I'll be honest with you, it's fucking terrible. He doesn't make the right subs. He doesn't change formation when he needs to. It's not good enough. And Southampton aren't better than us. They're not better than us, but they've got more attitude. The manager fucking. I don't know what he does. He galvanised them better than our manager does. And for Wolves, Brighton and Southampton to come here and win just shows where the easy touch in this league. And when you're the easy touch in your league, you're going down. At home. You're going down. And I hope we're not. Forest took a point. We're the worst team in the league at the minute.
Yeah, we are.
We're the worst team in the league at the minute.
And if you're the worst team in the league, you need to either buy players or you need to get rid of your manager or both. And I said it before this game. Everyone said it, to be fair. I think the reason we haven't invested in this window, money or not, is because they weren't sure and no one was sure whether he was the right man. I think that game today, and I said it before, shows that he's not the man. You know, and look, I'm not saying he replaced the manager. It's a horrible cycle. We've been through it before. I thought, like you, and I believed that Lampard had something about him for this short period to bring us through this and get us, you know, past this negative, you know, time or this period of the club. I no longer believe that, and I haven't got faith in that.
You can't come up with solutions. When you're down there, you just need solutions. You don't need to play well. You don't need to pass the team off the park. You just need a solution to find out how to take a point or to get a win. That's what you need. And there's managers out there that you might not want, and I'm not saying I want them type of managers, but there's managers who know how to find solutions, who know how to grind results out. Unfortunately, Lampard's not one of them managers. He might need more experience or whatever. I don't want to be the club that gives him the chance and fucks it up. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? We've given him a year, and it's just obvious. As I say, I'm not against him. I haven't always been against him, but it's becoming more obvious that the position we're in, he's not the right man for us at this position.
Look, that run there, when you come out the World Cup break and you look at the run, so even prior to the World Cup break, you're looking at Bournemouth away, and then you're looking at a run of Wolves, Brighton, Southampton at home. How many points have you took? How many points have you took?
It's a gimme.
I'll tell you what, none.
Zero.
So that's the run. So all this protest and this sack the board and the club should do better. Personally, yeah, okay, on board with it. There's a lot of blame on the manager there. A lot of blame. So that team, like Pricey said there, for me, the better the Wolves, the better the Southampton. There's players out there who should be doing better. Dominic Calvert-Lewin should be looking at Southampton at home to say, that's me 1-0, I'm the hero. Onana's doing it today, and I'm saying to you, Pricey, in the match when you've got a cop-out centre-half and a Belgian kid as your two best players, something has gone completely amiss. There's no one out there I relate to. There's no one out there I trust to dig us out. And this time last season, we were out of it. We were 14th, 15th and worried. Now we're joint bottom. This is the year. No one out there, unless you can somehow bring money in, unless you're lending the owner some money to sort this out, no one out there, no one on that pitch can drag us out. We are absolutely fucked.
Going back to that point before we go about pre-post World Cup, it was a chance for all the teams down there, just because most of the teams, including us, didn't have that many players that were competing in the World Cup. We had Zanara and Guy pretty much, like Cody and Pickford, but not really, you know. We had a good squad there to work with. He has a chance to reset it, to come up with some new ideas. Wolves have come back with ideas. They've won games, obviously new managers. Southampton have come back with ideas. They've won games. They've went through in the Cup. But Forest have won games. We're the odds one out there. Like you say, Price, I couldn't agree more at the moment. We're the worst team in the league. I think we're a lot worse off than we were last season because we weren't fighting in this position this time last year. It was a lot later that we got dragged into it. And I think unless there's a drastic change, whether it's players or the manager or both, then there's no doubt that we'll be spending next season.
Is there anyone out there for you, Judgy? Anyone out there that you're confident of dragging everyone out of this mess?
I think that's another chat for another day. I mean,
possibly, yeah, but raw emotion for me. It might change. I don't see anyone out there, honestly, who can turn this around. No, I mean the players.
Players, I don't know. Listen, I
don't mean manager. Sorry, I mean players. If you look at that 11 or the 12, 13, 14, who could be the 11. I don't see anyone out there who could be the catalyst.
Okay, you're probably not far wrong. I'm not saying like, oh yeah, there's 3-4 players we can bring in, and that's where you bring that's where you go back to Pricey's point. Are those 11 players worse than 5 or 6 other teams' best 11? I don't believe they are.
But is there someone out there who can do what Richarlison did last season? Is there someone out there? No,
there's no Richarlison out there. I mean, look.
You'll put the club on the back and the pressure of the fan base on their back and say, I've got you, or at least I'll try and get you. Yeah. There's no one out there. No one.
So, I mean, when United are picking up Weghorst and all that, you know, that's the market we're in. But look, as I say, it's another chat for another time. As you see, I think it's the right time to finish the instant match reaction on that chant again. It's a horrible time to be an Evertonian. It's a horrible time to, you know, whoever you are involved with this club. It's the instant match reaction. It's Everton 1, Southampton 2.